In this video, we're going to teach you how to enhance your what you've done on the face of your document with repeats by using filters. So you should have already opened HotDocs. If you haven't, go ahead and do that now. We're going to use the separation agreement, the document you've been using this entire time. Now, filters are computations, and so if you haven't already done so, please watch the video about computation syntax. If you've gone ahead and done that, come on into your separation agreement and edit that. And let's scroll down to the table where we're going to have emancipated minors. This is going to be a really simple computation for our filter. Basically, right here, we do not, right now it's putting all of our children, and we don't want to have all of our children put in the document in this location. We actually only want to have our emancipated minors. So the way that you put a filter on a repeat so that you just get some of the information out is with a computation. The way I like to talk about filters when I'm doing training with clients is talk about them as like a colander in cooking. If you boil some pasta, you definitely don't want to leave that water in the pasta before you put the sauce on. It's going to be terrible. And so you want to get that pasta and leave it behind and use the colander to go ahead and do that. And that filter is going to be that colander for you. So we're going to come into our repeat and we'll just double click. One of the things you might not realize about this screen is there's more to it. So if you click show advanced, it expands and you see there right here it says filtered by. This will be a simple filter. We'll click on the new component button and it actually pops open a computation, which is what we're going to be working with. These filters, although they're computations, they tend to be one line instructions similar to a conditional statement. So I'll go ahead and call it child. How do I want to name this one? Yeah, we'll do emancipated minor. Sorry about the pause there as I thought about the variable name. Yeah, we'll put a minor on it. Filter. I tend to put the word filter at the end of them when I'm working with filters, so I know that what they specifically do. It's not something I would necessarily use on the face of the document. Maybe I would, but it works in conjunction with a repeat. This one's pretty straightforward. Really what you're doing in a filter is you're building a conditional statement. That whole true, false, yes, no type of statement, similar to what you're doing with conditional logic. And the way we know if someone's been emancipated is they answer the emancipated minor question, yes or no. Literally, this is all we have to do. If you need to have that equals true, go ahead and put equals, and then you can use this true or false at the end of it, but you don't have to for something that is true. Being a true false variable, you can just leave it like this. If it's a true false variable being false, you need to put false after it. It's part of the syntax. And we'll click OK. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and sort by the birth date. So it'll put the ones who have a birth date's in ascending order here. So to show you how this will work, I'll just test this. I'll say that Bob's not emancipated. Doesn't really matter what his birth date is. He shouldn't show up. We'll go ahead and say that Joanne, and we'll put this, and I'll change the date to 2000, is emancipated. And then I'll say that Johnny is not. So the only one I see in the document is Joanne. That's the whole idea behind a filter. Now, like anything, your filters could be more complex than what you see here. And you're going to need, to look at your document and determine how you want to build these out. But that's in and of itself the nutshell of a filter. I hope that helps you with your development.